with a brief meditation. So just going in and focusing on what we are together, just resting in that place. Okay, I got the prompt to deep dive into lesson 51 this morning. So that's what I'm going to do. If you want to bring anything up in the chat, please go in that direction. I will stop and talk with you. Okay. So starting with, this is a review lesson of 5 earlier lessons. Hello. Feel free to bring up anything in the chat. I will eventually get to it, and I don't mind going in a different direction. Okay, so starting with nothing I see means anything. So just taking that moment to take that in. Nothing I see means anything. And there's a release in there for us, because something much bigger than what we think of as our separate self can take care of everything. So this interpretation and analysis function that we've been relying on, that's attached to the separate self, there's something much bigger. It's your holiness, it's our holiness, that encompasses everything and can take care of everything. So nothing I see means anything. I'm in a very safe space where everything is love, and nothing I see means anything. The meaning can be supplied for me. And hello, bring up anything you want in the chat, and I can go in your direction. Okay, the reason this is so is that I see nothing, and nothing has no meaning. I'm going to go into that in a moment, but just welcoming you and bring up anything that feels relevant to you in the chat, and I will go your way. All right. So the reason that nothing I see means anything is that nothing has no, I see nothing, and nothing has no meaning. So I think I'm seeing things, but I'm seeing nothing, and the nothing I see has no meaning. This will freak the ego out entirely, because the ego feeds upon the surface of everything. The ego feeds upon interpreting and analyzing and valuing the surface on everything. But when we go into meditate, we sink into what we are together. And if we want to think of that as a visual symbol, it's the light shining behind everything. So the more I learn to care, bear, stare at the light behind every surface I see, and understand that all the interpretation and analysis the ego offers me is nothing, is meaningless. But here's this light that we share, and this light is the guidance that can come to and through all of us to conduct us to and through to conduct us through together this fantasy, this dream. Then the light is here. The light is here for all of us, and it's present, and it is you. The light is here, and it is you, and it can guide all of us together. So it's okay that nothing I see means anything. It's necessary that I recognize this, that nothing I see means anything, that nothing has no meaning, that I may learn to see. So that's what I'm doing. I'm learning to see. And as I look toward you, I'm learning to see you as what you truly are, instead of trying to react to you, to try to handle you, try to analyze you, try to figure you out. I can Care Bear stare at the light you are. And here's guidance for both of us, and guidance can conduct us through our whatever it is we do together. Maybe we just be together, and that's enough. Okay. What I think I see now is taking the place of vision. Oh, hello, Grayson Dumas. Hello, welcome. Feel free to bring up anything that comes up for you. What I think I see now is taking the place of vision. So I can have vision. I can be guided, and I can see the innocence of everyone and everything. Hello, Lauren the Riot. Welcome. And bring up anything you feel coming up within you. I like to think of this as a Quaker meeting. You don't have to say anything ever, but if it comes up within you, here's the space to say it. And Whiskers, hello, welcome. Nice to have you here. Okay, so again, bring up whatever you feel coming up within you, and we'll sit in that together. And if we're just going to be together, then I will natter on about A Course in Miracles, because that's what brought me to this place this morning. I like your glasses, thank you. I like my glasses too, because I believe that I can't see very well without them, so they feel essential to me. And hello, Grayson. Okay, so where are we now? What I see now is taking the place of vision. So I can have vision, and with vision, I always see the holiness of what you are. And the holiness and the beauty and the divine order of what you are makes me joyful. It's my joy. And it has nothing to do with your person. Can you imagine that? Your person, what your person seems to have said and done in this life experience, the characteristics, physical and personality wise, that your person seems to have, has nothing to do with the joy I feel when I look toward you, because I'm Care Bear staring at the light you are, and that makes me happy to know it's here, and to know it's real, and to know we never lost it, because I've been investing so much energy in analyzing the appearance of things, and the events in time and space, and calling them good and bad, and comparing, and whoa, that's exhausting. Now, with vision, we see the light behind everything, and we can stay in that place and be guided through this dream, this fantasy of we're making it. We're making it with our thoughts and experiencing it. And as we wake up to that, we find our willingness to be guided. Care Bear. Yeah, the Care Bear stare has really stepped forward for me as a symbol of, you can listen to your ego analyzing those you call other. They're not other, they're you. And you can say good or bad things about them, and all of it's meaningless if you're making them especially good, separate, or especially bad, separate. But here you are with them, and you're the same innocence, you're the same worthiness, you're the same holiness. So keep Care Bear staring at that, and everything else will come from that place. And the rest of what is left of this fantasy, I'm saying fantasy because my view of the experience of time and space is that it's a fantasy I am making with the thoughts I believe, and that I need guidance as I seem to move through time and space. And what I am and what everyone is, what we really are, that really is the guidance that helps us all. But it's like you reach out to everything and everyone to access the guidance that seems to move you through your experience. Okay, where was I here? I must let it go by realizing it has no meaning, so that vision may take its place. So what I see now has no meaning, and that's perfectly fine. It's a fever dream. But vision, my memory of who and what you are and who and what everyone is, takes its place. And that's a blessing. Okay, and then the second part of lesson 51 is I have given what I see all the meaning it has for me. So I have judged everything I look upon, and it is this and only this I see. So I'm walking through a landscape of my judgments. And if I'm walking through a landscape of my judgments, I need help. And thankfully, help is here in abundant supply. I see people like coming and going, and I just wanted to pause to say, if anything within you, you want to bring anything up, please feel welcome to put it in the chat, and I will stop to address it. And then meanwhile, I'll just be talking about A Course in Miracles. Okay. So I have judged everything I look upon, and it is this and only this I see. This is not vision. So judging everything I look upon is not vision. But vision is available to me, and vision is available to everyone. And what is vision? Vision is seeing, being aware of what is truly here. And what is truly here is everyone's simultaneous and shared innocence, worthiness, beauty, wholeness, as the being we are. We're one beingness together. So everything I look upon that I have judged, it is merely an illusion of reality. So I've been experiencing an illusion of reality because my judgments have been made quite apart from reality. So as my ego, my sense that I am separate, sends me thoughts, judgments, it's the sense that I am quite apart from reality. And what's reality? Reality is love. Reality is, you could say, God. Or if you don't like saying God, you could say what's actual, what's present, what's here. If you think of taking all of time and space away and then saying what's here, what's actual, what's present, it's what you are. Because you're not of time and space. You're prior to and beyond time and space, always. Okay. I am willing to recognize the lack of validity in my judgments because I want to see. So there is a spark of willingness in all of us that never dies. Nothing that happens, nothing we do can ever put out our spark of willingness, thank goodness. And we can use that willingness to recognize the lack of validity in our judgments. So when I feel bad about anything today, I can stop, I can notice the feeling, and I can remind myself, what is the cause of a bad feeling? It is believing a thought that the ego sent me. It isn't that condition in time and space. It isn't that person. It isn't a defect in me that did not cause my bad feeling. It was belief in a thought that the ego sent me that caused my bad feeling. And once I know what caused my bad feeling, I can go on the hunt for it. What did I believe just now? So I can feel that feeling. I can see a thread attached to that feeling. I can go back. I can take one sentence out of the story I'm telling about life. Just one sentence. He shouldn't have spoken to me that way. That's just doesn't apply to my life right now. It just came up. He shouldn't have spoken to me that way. And what happens when we find a sentence that's a thought from the ego that we believed? In my experience, I put it down on the sidewalk. I set that down. That's an opinion. And now what comes in place of that? I have given what I see all the meaning it has for me. And I keep reorienting toward that. And as I keep reorienting toward that, what I'm really reorienting toward is the love all of us are, is the guidance that can carry me and you and everyone through our day in happiness, in joy about what all of us really are. We're not any of these opposing characteristics we see in each other. You're not kindness next to someone's unkindness. You are kindness itself because they are. But we've been putting on opposites costumes and forgetting that we were never opposites and we were never subject to opposites. And Judy says there are many paths. This is a good one. I'm glad you're sharing this. Thanks, Judy. It feels like the flow to share this for me, so I'll follow it because it feels like a flow. Um, but I'm happy you guys are here. So anything you want to bring up into this space, bring it up into the chat and we will sit with it. Okay, let's see. What is next? My judgments have hurt me, and I do not want to see according to them. So it's a beautiful thing to see when I feel hurt. The ego's going to tell me you feel hurt because of something in the world, because of someone, because of something that happened to you. You feel hurt because you are defective and that's a hurtful experience. You feel hurt because you have done something wrong. You feel hurt for these reasons. Those are all the things the ego is going to tell me. But actually, my judgments have hurt me. And I can always stop to find the culprit. So, I feel hurt. What did I believe just now? And I follow the thread from the hurt to one thought I just believed. I picked that one sentence. And then I set it down on the sidewalk. Do the brave thing. Find the thought you believed and set it down on the sidewalk. And then remember, I have given what I see all the meaning it has for me. All of it. Look how powerful you are. You give what you see all the meaning it has for you. And in that recognition, you get back in touch with yourself as the unlimited. And in that recognition, that moment of recognition, you get back in touch with everyone you call else as the unlimited, as the innocent, as the holy, as the pure. Not in their persons, which are just Halloween costumes, in their being, which they share with you. Okay, so I have given what I see all the meaning it has for me. I'm just going to take a moment and let that sink in and rest. So I've been inspired to just stop every so often while I'm doing a live and rest in what we are together. So my focus while I'm resting is I have given what I see all the meaning it has for me. Do anything with this period of time that you want to do. Holy, holy whiskers. Holy me, holy you, holy whiskers. And you could just focus on holiness if you want. Or you could bring something up in the chat. While I'm pausing here to rest, you can rest with me or do what you feel guided to do. Okay. Okay. I have given what I see all the meaning it has for me. You are beautiful to rest in. So when I go within to rest, I'm resting in what you are, what you have always been, what you always will be. So if you have this practice of going into rest, and you could have any practice at all, but I find it very beautiful because I'm always resting in the beauty of what everyone is forever. Whiskers rested good. Okay, so next, I do not understand anything I see. And just to give up, giving up is a beautiful thing. I do not understand anything I see. So if you're a child in the wilderness, kind of like you can admit that, God can come get you. And if the God language doesn't work, then what is actual can begin to assist you in real ways, in a way that feels whole and flowing and just right. What is actual can come in to carry you through what you perceive to be your day in a way that feels whole and in a way that feels right. So that's what we can substitute for the God language if it's a problem, because we've been talking about asshole gods for a long time. So I understand if God language is a problem. And if God language is beautiful for you, then it is, right? We're giving what we see all the meaning it has for us. But I see kind of like at least two paths and probably many more coming to the same place. And just recognition of what is real here. And if we have to set aside religious language to see it, then that's fine. Okay, how could I understand what I see when I have judged it amiss? So if I've judged it up or down, believing thoughts from the ego, I've judged it amiss, I've sliced it and diced it, I've separated whatever else I've judged, whatever I've judged away, I've separated it out from everything else. I'm still doing this, but I'm happy to learn what I'm doing and to be able to stop and reorient. So all this up and down judgment of separate things is unnecessary, because there's this actual presence that is you. It's everyone else. It's even everything. Look at an object. That presence is the reality of that object. And the reality of that object, or that person you're seeing, really the being behind it, can shine right through it, because you're that powerful. And if you will that the light is here and the light can shine, then the light does shine. That's how powerful you are. What I see is the projection of my own errors of thought. So there are two things we have to admit. Like, I seem to be in a chaotic world. I'm moving through the projection of my own errors of thought. It's the thoughts that ego sent me, and anyone can say I invented ego, because we're all the same I. I invented this idea that I could be separate and cut off from what is real, from love, from God, from whatever word works for you, from what is actual and here and present. I invented the idea, and I made an ego for me, and I made egos for all of you. And my ego sends me all these thoughts about all these separate things I'm seeing, and it judges them up and it judges them down. And it's all meaningless. And I'm moving through a projection of my thoughts. What I learned to do here, as I admit, like, this is crazy town, and I made crazy town, and what to do. What to do is to rely on something actual, on something real, on something here, on something present. Gospel, the word gospel means good news. You rely on the good news about you and everyone and everything, is that your being is holy forever. Your being is pure forever. You've never left God, or you've never separated yourself from what's real. That's the fantasy we're having, that we have separated ourselves from what's real, and that separation has had real effects. It's been a fantasy. That's it. That's the whole thing. I do not understand what I see because it is not understandable. So not understanding what I see is okay, because it isn't understandable. But again, how do I make my way through it? It seems I have to get through and out of what I made. What do? I'm a child in the wilderness. I have to rely on what is real to guide me every step, every moment, every step, every moment. Now I'm used to trying to figure out my way out of the wilderness. But the invitation of the Course is to, every step, every moment, allow the guidance of what is here, what is actual, to determine, what am I going to think? What am I going to say? What am I going to do? Okay. There is no sense in trying to understand it and trying to understand. what I see. So I can drop the struggle. I don't have to try to understand what I see. And there's a relief in that. But there's every reason to let it go and make room for what can be seen and understood and loved. So what I see now, there's every reason to let it go and make way for what can be seen and understood and loved. I can see your being, I can understand your being, and I can love your being. Your person, I don't really know what to do with it. I better not judge it up or down. But your being is the same everywhere, thank goodness. Now, persons, in my experience, want personal love, want special love. But actual love is here and abundant for everyone. It is everyone. That's why it's abundant. And so it's like a switch over in systems from the personal love system, where I try to get personal love, or I sit and feel bad because it seems I don't have personal love, to remembering, oh my goodness, I am love, everyone's love. Everyone's sitting in such abundance and has no idea. But I can see everyone is the love that they are, and that is my joy. And that recognition will supply me with every thought I need in the rest of my experience of time and space, every action that should come through me, every word I should say. So you're gifted abundantly with everything you need, and even all the resources that you seem to need in time and space. Holy Spirit, which connects us to God even when we pretend that we're separate from God, Holy Spirit takes the form of whatever it is you believe you need while you're in time and space. So I'm sitting in a chair. Holy Spirit takes the form of the chair. So everything, if we turn control of everyone and everything over to what's holy, Holy Spirit, then form, what we see, conforms and aligns with what is real about all of us. Okay. I can exchange what I see now for this merely by being willing to do so. So there's what I see now as a person moving through time and space, and there's the awareness of what we actually are. And if I'm just willing to keep my awareness in what we actually are together, then what we actually are together can guide what I see as my experience, and it also guides my perception of what I seem to see outside myself. It guides my perception of what I see in you, how I see you. Is this not a better choice than the one I made before? Yes. I chose to pretend I was separate from God. It did not work out so well. The guaranteed end to the choice to perceive that you're separate from God is death. Like, the whole time and space experience was invented as death worship, really. So there's, if you look at the symbolism going on in the world about, there seems to be one sector of people, and it seems like these people are being exposed as devil worshippers or death worshippers. But really, you always bring the responsibility back to you. So when I look out there and I see that story, I'm seeing a projection of my thoughts. I'm taking the guilt and I'm projecting it outward, but it's okay. Everything, form is conformable to what you are. It's okay. So instead of reacting against that, I see, oh, the death worship started with me. Not that I'm to blame. I'm responsible for what I'm seeing because I'm walking through a projection of my own errors of thought. So seeing it that way, I'm seeing a reflection of death worship. And time and space, is this getting too heavy? Oh well, I'll learn. I'll learn through this experience of doing lives how to be guided through them. I'm very much learning. If I see the reflection out there of death worship, that's what I wanted. I wanted the limiting experience of time and space. I wanted the experience of death itself. And if I see a reflection out there, I don't have to be fooled by that. I can see the beingness of everyone, no matter. I love my Jesus Christ toy. No matter who seems to be out there. And the Christ is in all of us, no matter what story we seem to be moving through. So when you say Jesus Christ toy, that's interesting, because I can use Jesus Christ as a toy and decide I think I know what he means and what he is. Or I can just let him be with me as a brother. This is just my experience of it. And let him be in charge, because he definitely knows more. He got over his attachment to the ego, to slicing and dicing and separation. And he connected us with the conduit, the bridge back home. And now he's here to lead all of us across this bridge. The character we're talking about doesn't have to be Jesus, but it is right now. And so to me, there's this idea of putting down children's toys, all the toys I'm playing with in time and space, and then letting the actual presence of Jesus, who is here all the time, be in charge. Not in the sense of dominating, because he's equal. He's my brother. He's equal. If you kneel down next to him, he's going to pull you up, or he's going to kneel down next to you. He's always going to emphasize our equality, but he can lead. And the more I see him a child in the wilderness, and I don't know what I'm doing, the more I see the necessity of allowing him to lead. And again, you don't have to experience a him. You don't have to experience a Jesus. You're going to experience exactly what you experience on your pathway back home. And it will be symbolic. I got a Jesus plushie in 2024 Christmas. So you have a little plush Jesus. That's fun. So, let's see what we got here. I think I was in these thoughts do not mean anything. Or maybe I hadn't started it yet. I feel like I should wind down soon. I'm not done with the lesson, but I feel like I've gone deep enough into it. So maybe I'll just go a couple sentences into this section and then wind down with a little meditation. Okay, so these thoughts do not mean anything. So when I become aware of feeling stressed or tense or uncomfortable, a way I can reorient to what is real and put it in charge is to remember these thoughts do not mean anything. There is a greater meaning that's within all of us and everything that we all share, and I can attune to that greater meaning, and I can put that meaning in charge. And by the way, the book I'm reading from, A Course in Miracles, the idea of it is that it was scribed by Helen Schucman with the help of Bill Thetford. So Helen heard the book and wrote it down, like being a secretary, right? And the writer of the book, the creator of the book, is Jesus. So think of all of this as coming from Jesus. Or not. It works both ways. Okay, the thoughts of which I am aware do not mean anything, because I am trying to think without God. So when I feel disturbed, I can remember that I'm not in trouble, but I can be helped because I'm confused. When I don't feel right, when I don't feel peaceful, when I don't feel joyful, I'm trying to think without God. And so I can always reorient myself. I'm willing to think with God. You don't have to know what that means, because what you need in terms of thought just gets delivered to you. And in my experience, as I practice, that's what I experience. What I need is thought just gets delivered to me, and I can follow that. I sleep every night with my Jesus plushie. That is so sweet. I like to think of you snuggled up there. That's beautiful. And it could be equally beautiful if you sleep with a devil plushie, because we give everything we see all the meaning it has for us. So we don't, when I feel like I'm trying to specialize meaning, I also try to back out of it and just see there's light behind everything. Okay. What I call my thoughts are not my real thoughts. So when I feel tense, when I feel stressed, when I feel anxious, it's worth finding the specific thought I believe. And this morning I had a thought that my husband and daughter could encounter a slippery road. So, yeah, I need to set that thought down. Set that thought down on the sidewalk. What am I supposed to remember again? Oh, good, thank goodness. These thoughts do not mean anything. So there's a lot of relief in that. Oh, thank goodness. These thoughts don't mean anything. And now I can rest in the meaning that's here for all of us. If everyone's love and the light behind everything is love, and we're all connected with love, in love, then we can just rest in what's here for us. So now I'm going to just close this out and take a moment to rest in what's here for us. If there's anything you want to bring up in the chat, please feel free to do that, or rest with me. Either way. Okay, so when I was resting just now, I was resting in the loveliness that you are, and that's the loveliness that can guide me through my day. So thank you for being you, and I will check in again. Bye.